Welcome back to Central Valley today. Our next guest is opening up about being a single father. I'd like to welcome author Glenn Watkins. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing. Thanks for allowing me to be here.
Of course, of course. So tell me a little bit about your book.
My book is called Raising Them Alone. What the book is about is the challenges of being a single father. Okay. You know, for 12 years I was a single father, and it was, some people, they choose to be single fathers or they happen by accident, things happen in their lives. I chose to be a single father.
You chose to?
Yes, because there was not a lot of harmony in our house, and things happen. I don't want to bash my ex-wife, but I wanted to be a single father because kids need direction. They need direction.
For sure.
And they need guidance. And the thing I want to talk about is single fathers are expected to just carry the whole weight of the entire family by themselves. Mm-hmm. And there are not a lot of resources available for single fathers.
Definitely.
Now, there's a lot of things for single women. I don't know if you know any single women, you know, but there's not a lot of resources available for single fathers. And it's challenging for a single father to go through raising. At the time, it was 4 kids.
4 kids,
yes,
beautiful.
Yes, so they're all grown now. And I think I did a pretty good job raising them under the circumstances that we were raised under. Being in the military, that was always a challenge, because I might get deployed at any time. And being in different places. I started being a single father in in Georgia, then we moved to Alaska, then California, and eventually Texas. Always being a challenge, because if you get deployed, who's going to take care of the kids?
Exactly that.
And I didn't have a lot of help available while I was in Alaska. And there were some things that happened that we can talk about a little later while I was there. But that's very challenging.
Did it take a toll on the kids just moving around as well?
Yes, because they moved away from their mom, and they didn't ask to be, raised by a single father. So it was challenging for them as well. But they did very well. I did find this though. I learned as much from my kids as I thought they were learning from me. They taught me some calmness and things under pressure. Yes. Yes.
Some patience for sure, huh?
Yes.
Definitely. What are you teaching people in your book?
Well, one of the things I'm teaching fathers how to be resourceful for their kids, because as fathers, we're raising the next generation of kids.
Definitely.
And if we have an impact, so one of the things I teach fathers is better to be present than to give presents.
Yes, we like that.
Yeah, because when you're present, as a father, I don't know how you feel about your father, but I know, yes, and you're probably daddy's girl, right? So when fathers are available in kids' lives, kids are more productive. They become better adults. And as better adults, I think we can then help shape a better future for our whole world, not just for our kids, but for other kids as well.
Right.
Yes.
And I feel like when you love hard, it takes away the fact that you're not distracted by the fact that it's only one parent. Right.
And when there is only one parent, that one parent has to then be Mr. Everything for those kids. And again, it's difficult as a single father, because some of the challenges that you go through is dating.
I was about to say, that might be hard.
Yeah, so there was, when I was trying to date, I didn't want to do a lot of dating because I didn't want to bring a lot of people around my kids. But the women that I was trying to date at the time didn't want to date me as a single father, because they said, I don't want any baby mama drama.
Oh.
Well, they don't realize I didn't want any baby mama drama either. So, but that was very challenging. So that was one of the hardest things about. There's other hard things, but that's one of the hardest things. I'll give you another example. When we would go to, let's say, Universal Studio, if the kids had to go to the restroom at the same time, I had a boy and a girl, and they were young. Which one do you go with?
Yeah, how'd you do that then?
So I would tell my son, he was a little older, a little bit more responsible, and not as, I guess you can say, my daughter would just go with anybody. Oh. So I had to kind of watch where I would tell my son, his name is Fred. Fred, you go to the bathroom and come right out. Sinead and I are going to be right here, and I would be right here by this door. So I would stand by the door. I couldn't go in.
Right.
And I would tell him, I'm going to yell your name every 10 seconds.
To make sure you're still in there.
To make sure you're still in there, because if she can answer me, then I know things are all right. And I'd say, if you didn't answer me, I'm coming in. I didn't care about who else was in there. I wanted to kind of protect my daughter. So I wanted to be her protector, and I was, yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What are some common, I guess, misconceptions about being a single father?
Well, some of the misconceptions is that we're only there financially. And you remember that show, Wait Till Your Father Gets Home?
No.
Well, it's an older show. I think it was in the 70s, so you probably weren't even born. But it becomes now the father only is seen as a disciplinarian. And the father I guess you can say, don't show the kind of compassion or something that the kids need. But fathers also are empathetic to their kids. We're sympathetic to our kids. And we also need a place sometimes to cry.
Right.
Yeah, so it's very difficult sometimes for people to think that single fathers or fathers in general are just a pillar of strength. We have to carry everything alone, and we don't always carry it well.
Right.
But when we do it well, the kids
the
benefit
outcome's
from
great,
that.
right?
Yes,
We love that.
Yes.
What would you like for people to take away with your book?
Well, one of the things I want them to take away is, as a father, you will have a resource, and that's what I want to do. I want to be a resource for single fathers, because there are just not a lot of resources available. And one of the, I can go back to this, let me go back a minute. One of the big misconceptions is fathers don't want to be involved in their kids' life, especially in our community. And in our community, I mean, I don't know any fathers that don't want to be involved in their kids' life. Now, I don't know all fathers, but the ones that I know always want to be involved in their kids' life. So what I want to take away from my book is that there are resources available for you, and it's okay to love your kids.
Right. And there's support out there.
Yes, there will be more support after Raising Them Alone comes out. That's the title of my book.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Where can we go for some more information?
You can go to Facebook, and I have the title Raising Them Alone as a support group for fathers. And sorry, women are not allowed there. It's just for men, so they can have a place to voice themselves. Because when it's mixed company, sometimes guys won't be as vulnerable as they would be when women are around.
That makes sense.
So I open it up so guys can talk about whatever they want to talk about. But what I won't put up with is women bashing on the forum. I don't want to bash women.
That's beautiful.
I was raised in a house with 6 women after my father passed away. I was raised in a house with 6 women and my mom, so 7 women, and I was the only boy in the house. So I have a very soft spot for women in my life.
That's beautiful. We love to hear that.
Yeah, yes.
We love that. So it's a safe place for everyone, though.
Yes.
And we love it.
Yes.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be here.
Of course. And we'll be right back.